We both slept in the hammocks because as we pulled up, hang on, I'll just grab my coffee and I'll take you for a walk down to the river. As we pulled up last night, we had the headlights and the spotlights straight on the river and instantly saw a big crocodile straight in front of the camp. So Dan's just had the drone in the sky because the sunrise is just beautiful through there. So yeah, we jumped out and put the spotlight on him and watched him move down the river a bit, but it put the wind up us a little bit because he was a big croc. So we set up the hammocks and cooked up a feed and had a good night's sleep, and this is what we've woken up to. Absolutely stunning here. G'day guys, great to have you all back for another episode. So Dan and I are still in Cape York, Australia, but we've left the big boat behind in Weipa, which is on the western side of Cape York in the Gulf of Carpentaria, and we're heading to the southeast side of Cape York, which is where we get the beautiful white sandy beaches with the Great Barrier Reef. It's a beautiful spot, but it gets a lot of wind this time of year. So Dan and I have heard about, from a good mate of mine, he's drawn us a bit of a mud map. We've heard about this beautiful waterhole, a bit of a swamp, real crocky spot that has crystal clear water and big barramundi. So it's a bit of a hike in there, but we're on our way there now. So today we've got about a 6-hour journey ahead of us down the Peninsula Development Road, which heads straight up the guts of Cape York, which by the way is a heavily corrugated dirt road. Then we head east down just a little dirt track, and that's where it's going to get interesting. We don't really know what to expect, but it's all going to be fun. It's all an adventure, and we're going to take you guys with us. Dan's going to make me something yummy. What are you making there, mate? What are we having for lunch?
Steak wraps, mate.
Steak wraps?
Steak wraps today, I think.
We've had fish wraps. Well, we've had fish for 3 weeks now, I suppose.
I never thought I'd say I'm fished out, but I'm getting close.
We're just going to have a break from it.
Yeah,
so yeah, good day. Steak wraps and then this secret waterhole.
How nice is this little spot?
Yeah, what a beautiful spot. We're going to have a swim here for sure. Look at this. This spot is, what's this called? This is the Archer.
Archer River. Yeah.
Archer River. So if you guys ever want to explore Cape York, I'm sure a lot of you have. You've probably been here. That's the Archer River Roadhouse up there. So we're not really remote. Well, we're still remote, but compared to other places Dan and I get to, we're on the main road here. But as far as travellers go, Cape York, this is the main route straight up the guts of Cape York, and it's not that remote these days, but it's still surrounded by beauty, and that's what Dan and I are all about. We're finding these spots that no one else gets to go to, and we're going to take you guys with us. One thing Dan and I are always looking for on the road, we spend so much time out in the bush, is a freshwater hole, because we can drink it with our little filter we've showed you guys. We bathe in it, because half the time we're in the salt water. We've just been washing in the salt water in the ocean for the last few days, so this is just priceless. Oh, it's just so nice up here where it's hot and dusty to clean off in fresh water. And just spend the day here. This is beautiful. You got to get in here, mate. It's so nice.
Yeah, look good, eh?
Yep. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the Phantom 4, these kites here are trying to get it. Dan's bringing it. Look at it, look at this. Oh! That was insane.
He was coming for it. Look at that.
Look, they don't like the Phantom. They just come from everywhere. They're whistling kites and they just came out of nowhere. There must be about 10 around at the moment.
But the funny thing is, I was up above them, and then when I must have come through them, then they started like pouncing into it, eh?
Yeah. Hopefully you guys, I'm just gonna get this bit of rubbish. Hopefully you guys can see that. That last bit when the kite came down with its claws out ready to grab a hold of him. This is what pisses us off with, you know, I don't want to say anything bad about people, but tourists that come up here to this pristine area, and they come up here for that reason, because it is absolutely stunning, and because you think they'd have respect for nature. And then look at this. I mean, plastic shopping bags from IGA. I mean, a lot of this could be done by accident. It could blow out of the back of the ute or something, but the amount of rubbish that's obvious, you know, at camp spots where people will leave a little campfire and they'll just throw bloody 4 beer bottles on the fire on top of the coals, and like bloody 4X cans and cigarette butts and stuff that, you know, I don't know what they're thinking. They're thinking it's okay if it's sitting on top of coals, you know, like it's not. That stuff's not going to melt down. You know, unless you've got a raging hot fire, raging hot coals, the glass isn't going to melt. It's going to be there forever, unless someone like us comes along and picks it up. So I mean, come on guys, don't ruin the place that you... Look at it, it's everywhere. Don't ruin the place that you've come up here to enjoy. Look at all this rubbish. I mean, you got to be... That looks like toilet paper. You got to be careful picking some of this stuff up because it's just unhygienic. But I mean, I've said this before. Go and dig a hole. Go dig a bloody 2 foot deep hole. Do your business and bury it. Because even if you do it on, you know, 100 mil deep hole, wild dogs are going to come along and dig it up, make a mess for everyone else. So don't ruin what you came to enjoy.
Especially when we're eating good steak like that and pumping it out.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah. We'll be digging some holes this afternoon.
Wild-looking creature, eh? They're a feral pest, really. They do a hell of a lot of damage to the swamps and all the waterways. I'm not into shooting. A lot of people shoot for sport and get some good photos with them there and that. And I know they're a pest, but yeah. Oh, you got the kites. The kites are on you too.
So we didn't quite make it to the Billabong today. We didn't quite make it to where we wanted to get to, but we'll film it for you guys tomorrow. So we're running out of light here, as you can see the sun's going down. We've had heaps of fun though. The roads have been really bad, so slowed us down a bit. But the cruiser here can handle it. No, we've had a good day. But we're really excited. Instead of pushing and trying to get to this spot, little wallaby just went past there. We're going to slow down. Another wallaby up here, like the life, especially this time of night, dusk. Everything seems to come out. All the wallabies and snakes and pigs. The wildlife just goes wild. So we've got our big spotlight here, big handheld spotlight, and we're going to slow right down and start spotlighting for snakes. Dan and I love finding all different species of snakes on the road at night, and any sort of animals really. So it's hard to film, but we'll get the head torches on and hopefully we'll find something for you. But this will be it for the night if we can't get it to work, because as we keep saying, we haven't found a way to film not in the dark, but just low light. So if you guys have any suggestions there, send us some comments, let us know what you think. If there's some kind of little torch that sits on top of the GoPro, let us know, because we're up for, we want to keep filming, we want to film everything for you guys, and there's so much, I thought that was a snake, there's so much more happening at night, so much more exciting, so yeah, let us know.
Did you want some dinner, mate?
This is dinner tonight, boys' dinner.
Late night dinner.
Yeah, we're having too much fun, so we're not stopping. Alright, see you guys soon. Now we're pretty close to this waterhole, I think, that I've been telling you about. This crystal clear Barramundi waterhole. So we've got maybe an hour's drive this morning, and then a hike, and it is bloody freezing. You can probably see that I'm shaking, can't catch my breath. I was cold all night in the hammock, which was really strange because we're still in Cape York, and which is far north Queensland in the tropics. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys this beautiful view, let you know our plan for the day. We're going to get moving, we're going to get an early start so we can get you to this waterhole, and really hoping to catch some big barra in here, and hopefully show you guys a crocodile. We'll send the drone up when we get close to some water holes, because we can see them all on the map, on our HEMA maps. We might sneak in, send the drone up really high, come across the top of them like we did last night with that pig, and then bring the drone down over the top real fast and see if we can get some footage of the crocs for you. So. All right, Dan's sending the drone up now. I'm going to finish my coffee, maybe cook up some oats, pack up these hammocks, and then we're out of here.
Right, morning guys. So we just pulled up just up the road from where we camped there last night. It was a good little camp spot, and we just realised that the fridges aren't going down as good as they should. So we've just had a quick look, and what's happened is on the car here we run a solar panel, 120 watt solar panel on the roof that charges the fridges while the car's stopped, and obviously then we also have cable coming off, a 6mm cable coming off the battery, which is charged by the alternator, and then the battery down into the secondary battery, which Nate's doing right here. And so that's how this second battery gets charged, is from the alternator from the car as well. So what's happened is the cable running from the primary battery here to the auxiliary battery is being sort of, I suppose, it just yesterday after all the corrugations and whatnot, it's pretty well rubbed through on the chassis there, so through the insulation, and it's caused a little bit of a scarring, and the cable itself is now touching onto the chassis, which is earthing out a bit onto the car. So we had a few lights come on the car, which we knew there was going to be a bit of drama, so we climbed underneath. We knew the fridges weren't playing, doing what they should be doing. So carrying a little bit of twin core with us, which is positive and negative, wrapped in the same insulation. So we're just going to run a single, strip that, and just run another single cable all the way back through again, so we can get it all up and running, because Nathan's doing a fantastic little job here on the mechanical side of things.
Always carry spares and tools, and try and think of, before you go away, try and think of everything that could go wrong and carry stuff for the job.
because sure enough, something always does go wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing ever runs smoothly. So yeah, anyway, so we're going to get this fixed up and we're going to get on the road, and hopefully we find a nice little secret billabong somewhere. So over and out.
We've just come across this beautiful big lagoon. You can see in the background here, and the pigs have been right through it. So we basically just got back in the car this morning, did that little bit of work to the ute that we've showed you, and come around the first corner, saw this lagoon, and there's a big boar just trotting along the side of the lagoon. And we really should have stopped and filmed it for you, because he was pretty relaxed. Probably could have got some good footage. So we've said the next time we see a mob or a good lagoon like this thing, we're going to send the drone up. This is just stunning. There's so much bird life down here. I just saw a big brolga, just egrets in here. When we turned around, there are a bunch of finches in the long grass. It's just stunning. But have a look at this. This is the damage that these wild pigs do. Now this stuff here is quite old, but like this here, look at this. This is quite fresh. See that? And what they do is they get right into these edges. I mean, this is a big lagoon and it can probably handle it. I've been here before, and I'm sure it's going to survive for hundreds of years to come. But the smaller lagoons, these big pigs come in, or the mob of pigs, and they root up like this. They root up all the edges, and they're digging and eating all the roots of all these plants, and eventually they just destroy the edges. They destroy all the plants around the edges, which oxygenate the water. Without that, the fish then die. And without the fish, everything moves on. The birds move on, the crocodiles move on, and eventually these swamps and lagoons just dry up, and that's it. So the pigs, they do a lot of damage. I don't know what the answer is, to be honest. The government in Australia have contracts in place where they fly choppers over areas like this, and they do mass cullings, and they shoot the pigs from the choppers. A lot of areas they bait them, but there's still more pigs in Australia than there are humans. Discovered this old homestead in here, right on the lagoon. Now, normally in northern Australia, if you can find mango trees, big old mango trees like this, you know that there's probably a homestead around, because they were planted hundreds of years ago, when this was when colonies first sort of started moving up here. I mean, you can just imagine how remote it was back then. This is remote now, and we're talking literally 200 years ago that people would have been pushing up here on horseback into these places. These huge mango trees here were obviously planted here a long time ago, right on this lagoon. Holy shit. That was huge. Giant. That was pushing 5 meters. Holy shit. That was massive, man. So
That was black.
yeah, that was black. That was a big black croc. It was close to 5 meters, and only like 10, 15 metres away. I just heard him moving. I looked over.
I was literally just looking at this section here going, oh, it doesn't look too bad, like it's not deep.
Yeah.